I did not forget my homework. It's not true, it's bullshit. I did not forget my homework. I did not. Oh, hi guys. I'm having a problem. It's show my homework. They say I've got 16 overdue homeworks. And no, I have not. It's not true. So basically what the fuck are you looking at? So I have got 16 overdue homeworks. Thank God my mum is asleep. Thank God I'm touching wood right now. That could have gone a whole lot of different ways, and I think you should be glad that I chose the literal solution, because there's a lot of things you can do with aiming the camera down to show the character touching wood. I'm going to leave you with that image. Goodbye. Okay, so right now it is... I don't know the time because we don't have a clock. Okay, so right now it is 9:49 and we have a dog. She's the best dog. And shut the fuck up. She's the best dog. You alright, mate? Boop. 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 And yeah, she's not a toy, she's a proper human dog. Why is she whining? I think I broke her again. I'll have to turn it off then back on again. Why am I on the floor? Okay, so it is 12 past midnight and I have just finished watching 8 Mile and have made myself a cup of tea, having completed absolutely none of the homeworks that I told myself I was going to complete. The reason I am doing this vlog today, right now, is because this is my coup de grace on an attack that I never even made. This is my ultra instinct when I haven't even gone Super Saiyan. God, that's so nerdy. This is my The World's End when I haven't even gone the Shaun of the Dead. This is my way of saying I need to get stuff under control, and the only way I can force myself to do it is by forcing myself to force myself to force myself to force myself to do it. Flawless logic. Yeah, I'm too tired now, so we will resume this fiasco tomorrow night. See ya. So it is Thursday. It is 3 days later. It is 10 PM. And I have completed exactly 0 of my overdue homeworks. Do you know how many I have now? I have... I'll just show them the image. Okay, so I was thinking maybe I could get these 20 overdues done tonight, and that is genuinely impossible. Like, that's not even a question, it's physically impossible. Okay, so there's this teacher for English, and they're all like, okay, well, get me these essays or I'll give you a detention. I think I've got a detention anyway, but get me these overdue essays by Friday, and profit. I don't want to be on this teacher's bad side because personally I think they're a great teacher. So yeah, I've written half a page so far of this Streetcar Named Desire essay, so a page and a half to go, and then I've got another 4 pages worth of streetcar essays to write, and I'm already struggling halfway through the page. So yeah, I hope this isn't an all-nighter because I haven't had a single successful all-nighter in months. I mean yesterday I fell asleep at like 9 o'clock. Just obviously I played some Dark Souls before, but I got home at like 6 because of a drama performance, not mine, another group's, and yeah, I was still exhausted when I came home, and I just fell onto the sofa and rotted for about half an hour. Then I was like, oh yeah, Dark Souls, so I went up to play Dark Souls for about 20 minutes, and might have been more because I'm shit at the game, and then I just went to sleep really early. I still felt tired, it doesn't matter how long I sleep for, I'll still feel tired, but I got to set my alarm earlier, which meant I was conscious of my lie-in for longer, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't. I have been waking up earlier though. I've been waking up at 6 instead of 7:30, so I can leave, because I used to leave for school at 8:20 last year, but now I leave at 7:30, 7:40, so that I have time to study.
study, I never get anything ever done. It's usually just a period. It's literally just a period to listen to music, because that's all I ever fucking do. Yeah, that's a notable. Well, nothing I ever fucking do is notable, but this is my virtual journal or something. Whatever you can say to make it sound less bloody ridiculous, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing. My mum is allowing sugar in the house now. Just, it's brown sugar. Better than nothing though, so my tea actually doesn't taste like shit anymore. Because honey just ruins the flavour of tea, in my opinion, and so does treacle and syrup, but just all of it, I just don't like it. And I can't go without my sweetness in my tea. I mean, I can just have tea on its own, but when I'm making tea because I want to make tea, I'm making it with sugar, you know? If someone makes tea for you and they don't have sugar, that's fine, you know, because you're a guest or something. I'm thinking of going vegetarian, but I like not being vegetarian, so I'm going to stay not being vegetarian because free will. So, yeah. Oh yeah, T-Series have taken over PewDiePie. I didn't mention this a single time on my channel, but that's something I've actually been heavily invested in. Far more heavily than anything else I should have been invested in. Because I don't actually remember why I was interested in it, but yeah, T-Series have won, or something. I don't think T-Series ever technically win, because it's a massive organisation with the backing of basically all of India, whereas PewDiePie is an independent creator other than like Brad and the other dude, forgot his name, Brad 2, and that's it, really. He actually worked for his subscribers, whereas T-Series gets them automatically. But I digress. What was I going? I was going to say something, and it was going to be something vaguely interesting, but yeah, no, I forgot. Oh yeah, I had some scrambled eggs just now, and they were horrible. I put garlic in them for some reason, and I just oh no, and I put chives in it. I was following this Gordon Ramsay thing. The garlic was a mistake of my own, but the chives, I don't like chives. They just ruin the smell and the taste and the texture of the eggs, and that's actually something I'm very passionate about, cooking eggs. I can't cook anything else, that's why it's solely eggs. I have a passion for making scrambled eggs for myself. You know, you get your 3 eggs, a little bit of milk, you got your salt, your chilies. The chives can go die, and so can everything else. And I always do my eggs so that it's quite well done, so that it gets a bit brown, because I just cannot stand liquidy eggs. It just makes me feel like I'm just eating fucking regurgitated crap, and I just no. Oh fuck, I nearly spilled my tea. I got my streetcar as for reference, and I've got my pens, and I'm gonna do this eventually at some point in the next 5 decades. Oh yeah, I did some media stuff, DVD cover, and a few promotional posters and stuff, and yeah, it's this isn't like the finished draft. I'll probably show you the actual end result, but this is what I've got so far. I don't know if it's reverse or not, but yeah, it's dreadful, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll read the blurb later on, but these photos right here, yeah, these ones, I took them on my iPhone, printing them like from Movie Maker, like screenshotting them from Word after cropping them, after having messaged them to you from Outlook, and then printing them from Photoshop. It destroys the photo quality just irreparably. But yeah, so the place I had to take these photos, where I wanted to take them, was this abandoned area. Yeah, I was not going that far because dangerous people and I'm on my own. And there's rats and drugs and shit, and I'm a good little Christian, so don't laugh. And I'm a good little Christian. So I don't adhere to such habits as drugs and being around abandoned buildings. So I was just under this tunnel and in this greenery area as well, and I had a knife with me. So I had to be very secretive, which I think added to the expressions. I mean, this one here is just absolute beauty and just absolute cinematic gold or something. I don't bloody know. I'm dropping media at the end of the year. It's a horror comedy called Flanderdoodles. The tagline is Howdily Doodly Neighborino, and the blurb is
New old neighbourino Nedwood Sanders
That's me.
moves into a cosy, quiet cul-de-sac by Stroudfield,
I'm sorry.
seemingly an upstanding Bible-loving Christian. But is he what he appears to be? The colour of his attire, the cut of his gibberish, the way the extremism rates have risen exponentially since his arrival. All of it seems too out of the ordinary
I'm sorry.
for his secular neighbour, Hunter Sampson,
I'm still sorry.
whose atheistic allies have been suspiciously disappearing following a perplexing newfound evangelization of Christian doctrines. Upon further investigation, it becomes apparent that Ned Sanders is far from a saint, and certainly does not love his neighbour Seward himself. When Sanders is seen initiating an infernal ritual beside an abandoned building, something evidently evil is afoot.
I'm sorry. I cannot apologise enough for this travesty, and I promise I will rectify my mistakes somehow. Oh yeah, I've already got the rectification. My vindication. I'm dropping media at the end of the year. I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry if you're watching this, which you're not. But if you are, why? Yeah, sorry. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, I've got some promotional posters. I've got one of my friends playing Hunter Sampson, who's the parody of Homer Simpson, and I'm way too proud of that tree shot. I really shouldn't be, but I am. I think it's a nice shot, and I got some faded pictures of him being super cool and Christian. How's my tea? It's good. How's my essay? It's been uncompleted for the 20 minutes and 23 seconds I've been talking. Yeah, maybe I should get onto that, you know. See ya. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is your one dimension. I'm a monkey wrench and I can I'm sorry. No, but okay, so I had a monster can last week. Well, I had a monster can last week. What? Okay, so I had a monster can last week, and the can got cut or split in the middle of my lesson. I had my English book in the bag, and the can spilt over the English book, and it weakened all the paper. So now my English book, which was like the only book that I had intact, is now completely in pieces, and my front cover has entirely come off. Now the only notebook I have that hasn't fallen apart is my media notebook. That's because I rarely ever use it, but there's like 200 pages worth of unused like notes and revision things and just. So it's been about 20 minutes, and I've written a few sentences because, you know, baby steps. So I'm not being hard on myself for fuck off. I'm not being hard on myself for having not written much because, you know, I'm hard enough on myself as it is. Yeah, I was gonna go on a massive depressive rant, but I'm aware that even if I do, I'll probably cut it out, because a depressive rant is something you just do to yourself, you know, you don't really share it. Although it feels better to share it. That's why usually I'll just talk to myself about it. Like, I'll say it aloud to myself, because it's a way of getting it out, and someone's hearing it, it's just me. And sometimes I have so much to list off that I forget what I'm saying, like, mid-sentence. And that might just be some sort of ADHD thing, which I'm pretty sure I have, because, I mean, people always. Because I had a friend tell me that he reckoned I had ADHD because I was, like, really super distracted all the time, and I said, well, no, that's ridiculous, but. And also, I really suck at keeping eye contact. One thing that really annoys me about, especially with anxiety, I have anxiety over having anxiety, which is very unhelpful. But anyway, I went to the doctor the other week, and he was basically like, so I went up to him and I was like, yo, I think I have anxiety, and he was all like, oh, okay, cool, we'll go over to this dude and talk to him about your anxiety, go get a referral from some other dude, go talk to some counselor dude, just go talk to a whole bunch of fucking dudes, and then we'll put you on meds. And I'm like, can you put me on meds now, please, because it's kind of a bit of a social quandary. No, I've lost the word. I had the word and I've lost it. I am actually just the greatest at everything, especially posture. My posture is just all over the place. I just, what do I do with these shoulders? Just, what are these? Why do I nearly knocked the T. Apparently I'm just completely incapable of forming a decent sentence, which is kind of detrimental to my entire future because I want to be an author. Detrimental, that was a social detriment. Anxiety is a social detriment. And I've forgotten the other thing I was going to say. Oh yeah, social things. I'm always like, oh well, I always feel like I'm just annoying people, and you get the one friend that goes, oh no, you're fine, but like, do you believe them? You don't believe them, do you? They do. They're not going to make you believe them. Maybe they know that they're not going to make you believe them, and they just want to do their bit and trying to make you feel better, because obviously they'd feel like shit if they didn't. It's like if somebody says the same thing to you, you know that whatever you say, they're not going to feel any better because you wouldn't if they were to say it to you. It's a mutual thing that everybody understands. It's just an unsung rule that you just have to say something in order to kind of demonstrate your friendship and how you care and how you relate. It's just, both of you know that what you're saying is a whole load of shit, and that it doesn't mean it. Yeah, it means a lot, but like it's not going to help them. But you just want to help, you know. You're not going to be the guy who's just sitting there while some other guy is just wallowing in all of their self-pity and stuff. I think that's my biggest problem, that I cannot for the life of me just control what I say, and I'm trying to talk really slow right now so I can think over what I'm saying, but my brain is going at about 2 miles an hour tonight, which is kind of a kick in the balls because I need to get 3 homework essays done, but it's also a pleasant rarity as usually I cannot control my fucking everything. Yeah, this is great. This is a very nice change in pace for me. Although it's kind of unhelpful right now. But usually I'm going like 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's like sometimes you're not aware that you've said something, or you say it and you just think, oh my god, what an idiot, you know? Lost my train of thought, chugga 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 choo choo. You lost your train of thought, where the fuck's it going? Doesn't matter cause you didn't buy a ticket anyway cause you're dirt broke. Bloke. I've left that teabag in for like 90 years now. But yeah, usually, most times actually, I'll say something, and sometimes it will feel like an outer body experience. It's really weird. Like, you know, you wait to say something for like a certain amount of time, and when you're saying it, you don't feel like you're saying it. It's really hard to explain. I just have a lot of problems with speech. I have a lot of problems just overall, and none of them are being dealt with. That's partly my fault, probably primarily my fault, because I'm not going back to the doctors to be like, okay, cool, can I have some pills now? Because my mum doesn't want me on pills, but I'm like, well, I want to be on pills, and it's my body, and if it's my body, then it's my right, so, please, mum. I'm really desperate. So yeah, talking is hard. I say stuff that I don't want to say, and then and sometimes I don't realise I've said it until after I've said it, and I won't process what I've said until after I've said it, and then I'll think, God, that was really stupid, and then I'll hate myself, and I'll never forget, and I'll be tortured with it every night for the rest of my life. And yeah, I feel like what I assume is ADHD and what I assume is anxiety, sometimes they kind of contradict each other. So like, sometimes I'll be all up in everybody's face, and sometimes I'll be in the corner, just not talking to anybody. My biggest fear is just communicating at all, because I'm going to say something stupid. I don't think ADHD makes me a social person, it just makes me a very loud person. Oh my god, this clip is 10.5 minutes long. I'm just very hyperactive and loud, so it's kind of hard not to notice me, so eventually I just draw attention to myself, and then my anxiety likes to kick in and go, what have you done? And then I'm just sat there awkwardly to deal with the repercussions of my stupid speech or my stupid actions. I just transcend normality in the worst way possible. If H.P. Lovecraft were to make a god of social ineptitude, I would be the poster boy. Usually his gods don't have forms or explicit forms. I would be the explicit form, the definition of social ineptitude as a god. And my name would be probably something with the N-word in. I mean, it's H.P. Lovecraft. But if Stephen King were to write me into one of his books, and he probably has by some point, he's got like 70 books out, and he takes quite a bit of inspiration from H.P. Lovecraft. My god form for him, is this seriously something I'm talking about? I'm gonna go have my tea and do work. Should have done that 12 minutes and 20 seconds ago, but I'm an idiot, so... Shut the fuck up. Oh fuck, I dropped my mic.
So, let's sit down and have a chat, shall we? 20 overdue homeworks. How did that happen? Well, you see, I have a very big problem called procrastination. Although I'm having such a problem with it that I genuinely feel like it can't just be a simple case of I am too lazy to work. Because I'm not. Like, don't stop laughing. Stop. Because I have been trying. Don't stop. No, I said no. I'm not gonna stay here if you keep on laughing. Nobody's laughing, Luke. It's just your anxiety. So, say I'm gonna sit down. You know, I'm sit down. I'll have my paper. I'll have everything prepared. I'll have alarms with labels telling me to do my fucking work. And I'll have everything I need. I have humanity's collective knowledge at my fingertips with my phone. I've got all my books and my revision notes and my pens and just every single asset that I need, and I just draw a blank. Or maybe I do have the thoughts and I just can't get them down. It's really, really weird. And a really stupid part of my brain has actually started blaming things that it just cannot be blamed. Like, okay, so we had this assembly the other month about how, oh, well, during the second term, people's productivity dropped, and I had this dumbass theory that through the presentation of that statistic, they had inadvertently planted a subliminal thing in my brain, maybe other people's brains, that actually made our productivity drop. Like, I for some reason just have this idea that if we hadn't been shown that bloody slideshow, that my productivity would somehow be better. And also I read that on like a list of ADHD symptoms, that one thing is a struggle to meet deadlines, which at first when reading it I thought that explains a lot, but now I will admit that I have used that as an excuse like twice, and I'm very ashamed. I think it's also just not finding a place I can focus. This table is actually working pretty well. I'm actually getting stuff done. I've written a very short paragraph, but better than nothing, you know, baby steps. That should probably be the name of this episode, as opposed to kid talks about why he's a fuck up for 40 bloody minutes, or however long this episode will be. I bet my tea's cold. That is actually perfect. That is enlightening. Everybody needs to try berry fucking tea with a little bit of brown sugar. But yeah, sometimes I just cannot work. Like, I try to explain it to myself every single like time that I'm in this situation. It's just, why aren't you working? I thought, you know what? I'm gonna force myself through this to get something done, and I mean, this is working. But I'm not gonna do this every single time I have homework, because I mean, that's just beating an undead horse, and just, they've got enough problems. They're undead, okay? Like, they've probably got a whole bunch of self-esteem issues. Their fucking flesh is falling off, and they're all like, dude, I am a mess. I can't even run anymore because my bone structure is so severely compromised by all this moss and soil that is clinging to my arthritis-plagued joints. I can't even move. I don't even have any sense of will. Or, how do zombies move? It's fiction, it doesn't matter. Why am I trying? Where am I going with this metaphor, analogy? What is it?
What is anything? Is this the real life? Is this just fan caught in a landslide? Drown it with tea! Oh, where's my hand up? I'm not talking. No, teacher, please don't pick me. Why do I choke on water-based drinks and absolutely nothing else? It's like, milk, won't choke on that. Water on its own? Yeah, I'll choke on that for some reason. Squash? Yeah, I'll choke on it for some reason. Apple juice, orange juice. The fizzy drink, I don't try. What is it? Why is? I think I'm just too far gone as a person to relate to people in actual society who actually have actual problems and suffer from normalcy as opposed to completely erratic, nonsensical ridiculousness. Yeah, you can go now. What? No idea what that sketch was supposed to accomplish. I think I'm just trying to add some flair to these videos instead of... That's why I sometimes shoot in different areas. I just try to make it interesting because there's no way me just talking philosophical and stupid shit is interesting for 40 minutes. Why do people watch these? I think everything I say I just repeat in these homework vlog videos and they just forget what I've said. So sometimes I'll edit out stuff that I haven't said yet, like on video, and then sometimes I'll keep in stuff that I have said before. I think I'm just trying to put too many eggs into too many baskets. Like, I've got this, which is mostly a hobby. I mean, it's all just fun, you know, and it's a bit of venting, you know. I've got the writing, which is what I'm putting the majority of the eggs into, although a few of them are cracked. Some of them have rotted because they've been there for so long. I'm putting quite a lot of eggs into drama, although, yeah, considering I'm kind of worried that that come university I'm just gonna not, you know, the basket's just gonna have to be dropped and the eggs go to waste. They'll deteriorate over time, and I'll just unlearn everything because I'll have to leave the drama academy because I'll be focused on university, and I want to take a creative writing course, so there's no A-level drama. Granted, that means I don't have to write any more bloody questions about staging and lighting and set design and shut the fuck up and let me perform. It's like, dude, I came here for the fucking wigs and the drama and the stage and the theatrics. I didn't come here to write. I picked English so I could write, and instead they got us writing about fucking Streetcar, which I don't mind, but Wide Sargasso Sea, which I absolutely do mind. I just, there isn't a creative writing option. I understand that literature and the study of literature is very important, but please just let us write something for fun, please. So yeah, right now I am in the process of... I get all the bitches. She just doesn't care. Okay, I'm trying to talk, but alright, just nibbling my feet now. They recommend that you write 2 sides of A4. I have barely scratched one side and I am out of ideas. Really don't feel like handing in half an essay because that's literally worse than nothing, in my opinion. Like, if you're gonna do something, do it right. I mean, this is terrible as far as essays go. Anyway, you don't want to give half a terrible essay because that's just a kick in the crotch, and no one likes to be kicked in the crotch unless they're like masochistic or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure not even masochists like being kicked in the crotch. No one likes being kicked in the crotch. That's something the entirety of humanity can agree on. No one likes being kicked in the crotch. Humanity will be united through this one idea that we all collectively as a society of people share. We do not like being kicked in the crotch. That is simply something that is inherent in us. It's a primordial instinct, and I have unified humanity with this one statement. And also we'll all be rotting under the ground. Although some of us are super special when we get our own tombs, so people can't even fucking die correctly. Oh yeah, we'll all die. I mean, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. So, I mean, yeah. The one thing that unifies humans is that we all die, and yet people are afraid of death for some reason. It's like, bitch. It's no wonder people are always so afraid of equality or something. I don't like. Oh yeah, essays. No, I still haven't finished the third one, and I've been at it for like 3 hours. I am hopeless. How am I gonna get through those uni days that I romanticize so fondly? It's like, oh, I can't wait for uni. No, yes, you can. You just can't stand now, and you're gonna be able to stand uni even less. So I just thought, have I ever actually completed one of the challenges I've set myself for one of these homework episodes? It's turning out to be one of those episodes where I don't bloody sort anything out. I'm trying to be a bit more positive, or at least outwardly positive, but I'm not sure if this is going to work. Why can't I just be normal? It's just no one benefits from me being this fucking oddity, this nitwit, this blubber, this oddment, this tweak. Oh yeah, and can J.K. Rowling, can you please stop tweaking Harry Potter to the point where it's barely recognisable as Harry Potter? Oh yeah, Hermione's black now. Cool, Dumbledore's gay. We knew that. Okay, and Harry Potter has a sexual fetish for all things Hufflepuff, and I'm like, yep, okay, we did not need to know that. And Credence is related to Dumbledore. What? But by this point, the entire Harry Potter fandom is just going, am I joking to you? It's so obvious that she's trying so desperately to just keep people engaged with Harry Potter. The thing is, sometimes you just gotta let something die. Harry Potter has had its life. It's an old man and you're kicking it to get more money out of it. You're squeezing the udder of this cash cow to the point where it's not money anymore, it's blood. There is blood on your hands, J.K. Rowling. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pack this in now, because let's face it, I'm not gonna get this done. So, that's all we have time for today. That is the end of the episode. If you liked it, like it, and if you subscribed, then you're awesome. So I say bye, the props say bye, a streetcar named Desire says goodbye, and I shall see you, bitch ass, in the next video. Bye-bye.